out at my usual stomping grounds, and there are a lot more cars here than I'm used to because I typically come here first thing in the morning, like 5 a.m. first thing in the morning, but it is now in the late afternoon and I have about an hour to spare, and I figured, you know what, let's go for a run and bring you a little bit of a shoe review as well. Kind of two birds with one stone. Hit start on the watch. And let's talk about this shoe that I have under my feet here. So in this video, I am bringing you my full review of the INOV8 TRAILFLY. Oh, I'm out of breath. This is a pretty good shoe, one that I definitely enjoyed. It is a shoe that makes you feel really connected to the trail. More thoughts on that. But first, I'm gonna get up on top that hillside there. It's actually a ridge line, super pretty up there. So be sure to give this video a like, drop a comment down below. Let me know if you've run in any INOV8 shoes as of late. I'm really liking their new offerings. And of course, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I would much appreciate it. I have a lot of shoe and gear content to bring and share with you. So subscribe. Alrighty, I'm gonna make my way up to the top. Voiceover Chad, why don't you tell us about some of the specs and features of the INOV8 TRAILFLY.
INOV8 states, ideal for summer and dry weather trail running, the TRAILFLY is a comfortable, everyday training shoe that you won't want to take off. Use it for day-to-day running or even for ultra marathons and get a comfortable and protective ride. As for some of those specs and features, you get an anatomical fit, single-piece engineered air mesh upper, a gusseted tongue, Metacradle strips, which are TPU overlays for a locked-in fit and for additional durability, PowerFlow PF Pro midsole, Boomerang TPU insole, Graphene Grip, which is a rubber outsole with 4mm lugs, flexible Metashank rocker plate, 18mm of heel stack, 12mm of midsole toe stack, and that's just the midsole. In combination, you get 29mm and 23mm, which includes the insole and the outsole lug depth. 6mm drop, weighing in at 280 grams or 9.8 ounces, and a US MSRP of $150. I should also state that INOV8 sent me this shoe for the purpose of review, but know that all thoughts and opinions are strictly my own. Chad, back over to you.
All right, made it up to the top of the first ridge, about 2 miles in the run. See the valley out there and the additional foothills and mountains on this side. There have definitely been a lot more people on the trail than I'm used to. Typically I see a lot more deer than people, but coming to the trails this late in the day, it's definitely a lot more people enjoying the trails, out running, hiking, biking. It's kind of fun to see everybody out here. So now let's talk about the INOV8 TRAILFLY. The TRAILFLY falls within INOV8's trail lineup as more of your everyday trail shoe. So you have the Mud Talon being the most aggressive with 8mm lugs, the Trail Talon having 6mm lugs and still fairly aggressive outsole tread. And then you have the TRAILFLYs like I'm in today. Looks like there's some more people, a couple bikers. How's it going, guys? Oh, you were on a roll. I was gonna let you keep going.
Hung up.
Now, part of INOV8's ethos is that they believe you should be in control of the shoe, not the other way around. I would put the TRAILFLY shoe as a more minimalistic, simplistic type of trail runner. It doesn't have the most stack, midsole stack underneath it. It's got a fairly simple upper, but it's actually one of the things that I really like about the shoe. It really connects me with the trails. My foot feels one with the shoe, and I feel really connected and one with the trail. It's quite a refreshing and reinvigorating. You gotta check this out. This is not something you see every day. How cool is this? That's pretty awesome, man. There's not one, but two of them. Look at you go. Holy smokes. That's pretty cool. Huh. Wow. I don't think I could ever do that. By the way, all the B-roll footage you're seeing today in this video was recorded after this run. I have done about, at least 50 miles in the shoe at this point. It's been one that I've continued to grab and go out on those trail runs. I've really enjoyed it. And by the way, if you're interested in any INOV8 products, be sure to check out my affiliate links down in the description or the pinned comment below. It just helps to support the channel if used to purchase any of your gear. It doesn't cost you anything extra though. All right, let's move on and talk about the overall build quality and comfort of the TRAILFLY. Starting with that outsole rubber, it's INOV8's graphene specific formula. It's very grippy, very durable. I'm not seeing really any signs of wear. The design of those 4mm lugs really does a great job gripping into the trail, on the rocks, just anything that you throw at it, it's gonna succeed at. There is a rock protective film, not a rock plate, and it's just enough to keep your foot protected most of the time, but it still allows your foot to feel what's going on underneath, so you know how to adapt and adjust accordingly. And then moving up, you do get a PF foam midsole. Not a lot of stack, certainly not by today's standards, so got just a little bit of bounce, a little bit of spring to it. It's a rewarding experience, even though there's not a lot underfoot. I was actually quite surprised. Looking at the shoe when I first pulled out of the box, I wondered if my feet would get tired or I would feel too much of the trail underfoot, but that hasn't been the case, and it's been actually quite a rewarding experience, a comfortable experience. Now, this shoe is not one that I would do really long runs in, multi-hour runs in, 5-6 hour duration. I probably want something just a little bit more protective, a little bit more cushioned underfoot. But for most trail runs, it's gonna do, in my opinion, it's gonna do absolutely amazing. Moving up the shoe to that upper, there's a lot to like about it. First off, you get an anatomical fit, so it fits your foot really, really well. Similar to like Ultra's original fit, how it just fits around your toes really nicely. Oh, here's a view. So typically I come up to this point and I run down the trail there, and then I make my way across the valley and up and around the hillside over there. But we're not doing that today. Just don't have quite enough time. So we're gonna be doing a little lollipop loop here and then heading back to that ridge. That anatomical fit is perfect. I love the feeling, the fit around my toes. I feel like the length could be just a tad longer, but it's never actually presented itself to be a problem. Do I feel my toes touching the front of the shoe on some downhill sections? Yes, I do, but I have never gotten any sort of blister or redness or hot spot anywhere in this shoe, in my toes or anywhere else for that matter. Would I size up? Not necessarily. If I was gonna use this shoe for an ultra, probably would size up half a size. But for my regular everyday runs, I went true to size, typical 9.5, and it actually fits my foot really, really well. And then moving into that midfoot area and around the heel, it does a pretty good job at holding your foot nice and snug. Now, when I first put this shoe on, it didn't feel like it was gonna be secure around my heel. It didn't feel like the padding and the heel material went up high enough around my ankle, but it's never been a problem. The shoe really does actually hold on to your foot and allows you to run with confidence. And I found that once I was actually out on the trail running in the shoe, I didn't have to think about it. My foot stayed secure, it was held nicely in place, and I came to really enjoy that connected feeling with the trail that this shoe offers, unlike any other shoe, and it's hard to explain why, but it does, and it's a wonderful experience. the tongue is padded and gusseted. I feel like the tongue might be a little long. As you can see, it kind of comes up around the front of my foot there just a bit more, but it's never been uncomfortable. Like I was saying, it's nice and soft. And then you get some TPU overlays around the medial and lateral side of the shoe. And again, that just helps hold your foot nice and secure, which is really nice, especially when you're going through some more technical bits like this and your foot's really starting to dance around in the shoe. It just holds your foot really nice and comfortably, but without adding a lot of that extra material that some trail shoes put on, which then helps to keep the shoe nice and lightweight, allowing you to feel more fresh. So that kind of plays into the comfort as well as the performance. You also get some nice TPU overlays around the toes and around the ankle just to help add some durability to the shoe.
Future Chad here. One thing I failed to mention in the video is the insole. That boomerang, the TPU insole is amazing and it's just comfortable. So great job, INOV8. I'm glad that you include that boomerang insole in every single one of your shoes. Top notch. Thank you so much.
All in all, I'm going to give the build, it's a very thought out build where they didn't want to overcomplicate anything and gave you exactly what you need in a trail shoe. I'm going to give the build like a 9 out of 10 and the comfort also a 9 out of 10. Is this the most plush shoe? No, it's not, but it's comfortable in a very, well, I keep using the word, but a connected way. The shoe is one with my foot and I'm one with the trails, and I love that. How's it going, guys? Oh, you're all right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So you probably already gathered, this shoe also is a high performer. It's one, it's fairly lightweight. Two, INOV8 gave you exactly what you need in a trail shoe. You don't get distracted by the shoe. You really feel one with the shoe, like you're in control, and allows you to just concentrate on the trail, the task at hand, without having to worry about anything on your foot. Number three, the grip in combination with that midsole just makes you feel connected and grounded to the ground. Do you remember those old tire commercials? Grounded to the ground? The rubber outsole is amazing. Probably better than Vibram Mega Grip outsoles, and it's arguably more durable as well. I just feel agile. I feel nimble. I feel like I can run quick if I need, and I can just play and have fun. I really do like the experience in this shoe. I also like that the midsole balances a bit of softness, but also bouncy responsiveness. I really like that anatomical fit, especially in the toe box. It's not overly wide, but it just fits my foot really, really nicely. I should also mention that the upper is fairly breathable, at least in the toe box. The tongue itself doesn't breathe that much, but the rest of the shoe does breathe well. The heel in combination with the mid portion of the upper just does a good job at holding my foot in place. I'm not moving around or slipping side to side in the shoe. So I think that's all I have to say about performance. What am I gonna rate it? I would give performance, maybe an 8.5 out of 10 for an everyday trail running shoe. I'm really pleased, and this is definitely one that I'm going to be thinking about more for that next run, wanting to grab it, put it underfoot, and then just enjoy the trails. And that's what you get out of this shoe. Whew. Coming up to the top of the ridge here, breathing hard because I just ran up that hill. Whew. Love this part of the trail. A lot of fun. All right, let's let this guy through. Enjoy. Yeah, enjoy. That's what I'm doing today. Just enjoying the miles. So now let's talk about the value of the TRAILFLY. $150 US MSRP. I think that's very reasonable. You're getting a well-built shoe, a well-thought-out shoe. You're really getting everything that you need. A good grippy outsole, a little bit of rock protection, a midsole that feels good, keeps you connected with the trail, and an upper that does its job. So $150 is definitely a price that I would consider paying for this shoe. Oh, it's beautiful. Ah, I love it. So I'm gonna put value, probably a 8.5 out of 10. That sounds reasonable to me. Oh, just coming up to the top with 2 miles left to get down to the parking lot down there. 360 view. Oh, yeah, having a great time out here. All right, let's get down this mountain. Don't have all day, but I'm loving this. Having a great time. Good job. So I think I figured it out. This shoe helps me enjoy the trails. There you go. If you want a shoe that helps you enjoy the trails, definitely consider getting the INOV8 TRAILFLY. I think you'll be quite pleased. It's gonna offer something a little different, a little more connected, like I was saying earlier, to the trails. Hey folks, how are you? All right, sub 6 minute pace. Don't mind if I do. Whew. How's it going? Hello. Hey guys. Hello. There, afternoon. I'm back in the sub 6 minute range. That was 5 minute pace coming down that hill. Couldn't keep that up. Had to slow down to 6:30 pace. All right, gotta catch my breath. You guys beat me, good job. Alrighty, and there we have it. 7 miles done. Really enjoyed the trails today. Had a blast just barreling down the mountain and really getting in some quick turnover was a lot of fun. And of course, I did it in a pretty fun shoe. Let's leave this video off as I always do. Remember to be consistent, express gratitude. Thank you for being here and enjoy every mile as I did today in the INOV8 TRAILFLY. Alrighty, I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.